But this week, man, they had another. If you guys watch Verzuz, they had a Verzuz this week, man, and on this Verzuz they had Jeezy and Gucci Mane, right? I'm not familiar with Gucci Mane's music. I'm not into that trap music like that. It does nothing for me. But they apparently those two guys had a beef a long time ago. Actually, really, it was a long time. I think it was like 20 years ago. Where I think
a
Gucci
slap
Mane.
fight or something, man.
I think it was a little bit more serious than that. I think Gucci Mane sent one of his hitters over to. I mean, not Gucci Mane. I think Jeezy sent a young man over to shoot to kill Gucci Mane, and I think Gucci Mane wound up killing him. So these two brothers decide somehow, I guess, Timbaland and whatchamacallit got them together to do this Verzuz, and at the end of Verzuz, Gucci Mane kept taking shots at young Jeezy about the murder and all those other stuff like that. But I like the way a young Jeezy handled it by just not taking the higher road on that. So I don't know if you guys saw that or you saw any of the memes, anything like that. Anybody?
Yeah, I read about it. You know.
Go ahead, Kelvin.
And I know, 50 Cent had chimed in about it, and some people took it different. I think whenever you can have resolution, it's something about, the high road. I know it's least traveled, but I think it's really, really necessary, and it does show growth. These men are not just MCs. They're usually family men. And, we were there at the start of hip hop, and now hip hop is about 50 years old. And so as a result, the people that have contributed to it or grown up with it, they should be more responsible, because at the end of the day, it's just entertainment. You know what I mean? That's the reality of it. And so when it crosses into somebody getting, shot or, somebody getting killed and things like that, it takes away from it. So if they can handle it responsibly, the Verzuz thing is very interesting because, they've kind of labeled it as a celebration of your catalog, but at the same time, since it says Verzuz, it does look like it's a competition like your opponents. So Busta Rhymes had gone through it with T.I., and they were really kind of chirping back and forth and things like that. But I heard that this went over very, very well, and congratulations to them. And much like yourself, I'm not a fan of Gucci Mane. I really don't know as much about Jeezy either. I was really big on New York rappers growing up, so the Southern thing didn't appeal to me, but it works for people, and salute to them.
Yeah. Brittany Holmes said he had to take a high road. What is it? Yeah, he tried to have a man killed. What happened with that?
Yeah. So he tried to, for some kind of beef they had. I'm not too familiar exactly what it was, but I think Jeezy's had to try to set him up to get murdered, and I think in self-defense, Gucci Mane wound up killing the young man, and so he made a lot of jokes on him about like your man is dead, from the grave, all kind of stuff like that. So it was real. It was petty, but and Jeezy took the higher road, but he also took shots at him. Like the dude wanted to compare jewelry, but then Jeezy said, I own half of Atlanta. So you know what I'm saying. So Gucci Mane still got that hood mentality. I think Jeezy's on a grown man level now, and he's just trying to like, let's figure out how to get this money. Like we both were trying to shoot each other in the street and stuff like that. And now it's over, but.